Hey everybody, welcome to our virtual open house here. So today we're just going to walk you through our listing here on WallBank. This is a great mobile park that allows, it's very family friendly, it's pet friendly, and the mobile that we're going to show you here is actually renovated and nicely updated to provide a lot of great space for families, but a lot of great outdoor living area because we are so close to the lake here. Shawnigan Lake, just an awesome place to be and to, of course, enjoy through the summer, but all year round now too. So, Trevor, why don't you?
Okay, well let's combo this. We've never done this before, so I'm going to give the gimbal to you, and then you can flip that around, and you can see my pretty face. Good news, Trev's still here. It's all good. You get the 2-for-1 deal today. Trevor and Lane do an open house for you. How's that? I don't know. We don't even charge extra for that, so that's awesome. Yeah, you're right, man. I mean, it's been a little bit of an interesting summer because a lot of homes have been selling so fast and so quick. Maybe with the mobiles and certain kind of homes, it just takes a little longer. You got to get that right buyer. But we're so confident in the price on this home and what it has to offer that we haven't had to do much. I mean, we took a drastic reduction in price actually. We went from $279 to $259. But there's been a whole bunch of comparables that have recently sold just a little bit south of 300 grand that in my humble opinion are not that dissimilar to this at all. So we wanted to just do a little open house, wanted to do a little walk around to show you why this thing's worth 259 grand. And I guess the best part about this, Lane, you kind of touched base already, but the location by far of all the mobile parks in Cowichan Valley, this has got to be the best, right?
Absolutely. So, we're not very far away from the beach and amenities of the Shawnigan village here.
Yeah, really close.
So we are like so close. And, there is a little bit of a lifestyle here in Shawnigan as well. So, I mean, if you want to, be able to just grab the paddle boards, head off to the lake, do some kayaking or whatever, just even go for a swim, this is an excellent location to be able to do that in, right? And here we're just actually on the outdoor living area.
So yeah, probably about 500 square feet.
Yeah.
Outside living, and this is all quite new, like everything from the siding to the deck, the railing, the whole front, and then that shed. I actually opened it up for you, Lane. You should show them.
Yeah,
the shed in there is really quite a good size, and it just matches the house and everything quite nice, right? It's not one of those little tin sheds you throw up from Canadian Tire.
And it's got a basketball court.
Basketball court. Oh, so, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so there is quite a bit of room here in the shed, and the shed is included in the purchase of the property.
And it's covered.
Right? It is nice, yeah.
Yeah, this is good. So, you got a rainy day or whatever the case may be, look at how much outside space. So from here all the way to the back, I know it's kind of a visual, but the golfer in me is going to count it out. But I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got a good 15 yards. Right, so for you, Lane, that's about a 7-iron, or is that an 8? Just kidding, Lane's a hell of a golfer. And then you go distance, you got 1, 2, so you get 3.5 yards width as well. So you got 45 square yards kind of outside living. So obviously there's quite a few square foot, right, which is quite nice. So.
Yeah. Well, and Trevor, why don't you kind of just touch base here on the leasehold?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, because that's one of the questions that we get a lot when we're dealing with mobile properties.
Yeah, like financing and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Because of course, price point always is such an attractive kind of feature.
Yeah.
But it is relatively difficult to get financing on these.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that you don't own the property.
That's right. Yeah, so that's a good point, and that really is it. I've probably had personally 30 conversations online with interested people, and I'm sure you're about the same on social media alone, never mind our realtor standpoint. And so many people are like, what are the pad fees? Is there strata here? Like how do I finance it? And that is a challenge, you're right. So if you go to a traditional bank, a lot of times you say, hey, I'd love to get a mortgage because I want to downgrade and I want to get a nice mobile, or if it's my first home and I think this is all I can afford, they're basically going to turn you down. Like it's really unlikely unless you have a really significant amount of equity ahead of time, so like a real good chunk of money down, maybe 50-60%. But if you're like most of us and you worked hard, you save 5 or 10%, well, how do you finance something like this? So there are a couple different credit unions that will do stuff like this, so make sure you check with your credit unions. I think you had mentioned, was it WallBank as well, or is it
Yeah, so WallBank and then Island Savings, those are two that
good options.
do this. Yeah.
Okay. And it is you're right, it is challenging, but at the end of the day there are other options. You don't have to just get a mortgage, right? I mean, a lot of times you can get a line of credit. right? And so if you get a line of credit, the nice thing is there's still some value, at least from a home standpoint. This has an actual tax value, let's say of 150 grand or 130 grand or whatever. So there is some leverage you can use on the home itself. But what you're also buying out here though is the lifestyle, and you've got pad fees of $500 a month. So that $500, let's call it as a rent factor. So instead of buying the land, you're renting a piece of land in which you own the actual mobile on it. Good example, we've got a mobile coming for sale in the next few days. It's $450,000 plus tax. So this is 259 grand. It's very similar in size. The difference is you own the land on that one. So even though a scenario like this, you know, you just don't necessarily own all the land, you do own the actual building, and that's what's important. So banks will still give you a line of credit on it. You can still do some funding. You can still, you know, look around and get some options. You just got to explore it. If you're going to do the traditional mortgage route, it's a little bit tougher. But anyways, $500 a month.
Why don't we show them inside? You know,
Let's show them inside. Okay.
Told them all the stuff about it, so now we'll take you for a tour.
Betcha. You betcha. So why don't we flip this around here? Let me give this to you. And then if you got anything, you can do that. So thank you also for those who are watching it right now. It's great
Absolutely.
that you're showing. So let's get some lights on in here if I can.
Yeah, you know what? And I mean, I think that right now, because you know, we're starting to kind of see open houses coming into more in-person open houses. But we've always found that these virtual open houses just give everybody a chance to see it, so you don't have to try to get here in a certain amount of time. You're always welcome to rewatch this. You can always type a question into the chat box or anytime after. But just to get back into the mobile, so you know, this is actually a really great space, and for a mobile that's only a single wide, it actually feels much bigger because it just is the way it's laid out, and it's a pretty open concept floor plan through the living, kitchen, and dining.
Yeah.
You got a great wood stove here, which has all been certified and everything.
Yeah, talk
too.
to us about that. So, like, this is in lieu of, let's say, an oil tank or something, right? Would
Oil
that be fair to say?
tank or electric baseboard. You know, you're going to have an alternate heat source in here likely,
Right.
but I'll tell you, this little wood stove would heat this entire area up awesome. And I mean, I always love wood heat, but you know, it's a great economical way to heat this heat this property.
Yeah.
And then of course, nice big kitchen, living, dining. You know, you got lots of space in your kitchen. You know, they have a family of what is it, 4?
Yep.
Yeah, so a family of 4 living in here, and that you know, they have enough room. I mean, this is bigger than, you know, a condo, bigger than a lot of townhouses,
Yeah.
and it's all on one level.
Yeah. So, what are some of the upgrades that you can see? I mean, I can visually see some stuff laying here, but I know that Carlos and Sherry spent just a ton of money when they bought this and just basically gutted it, eh? So
New roof, new siding, all the floors have been done. They did some really neat stuff in the kitchen here. They used all the that vinyl plank, and they made it look like the you know, reclaimed wood all the way through the kitchen. You know, so lots of covered space in here. They redid all the painting and everything else like that as well. So you know, it's a very nice move-in ready kind of property.
hey, so there's a question that's come in, and I appreciate there's a number of you watching right now, and we thank you very much. So where is this unit? So if you want to maybe explain a little bit where, location, so forth.
Yeah, so right up from the 4-way stop right in Shawnigan Village, right by all the stores and the gas station right there, you just come up the road, and it's not even 200 feet, I don't think, before the turn into WallBank. And then so WallBank comes in, and it's a great mobile park, again too, family friendly, so there's no age restriction here, right? So you're not a 55 plus or a 50 plus or a 19 plus. And then of course they do allow animals here too, so you can have dogs, cats, you know, no livestock, of course. You can't.
What? Can't have chickens?
No chickens and no like sheep.
No, okay, those are the two things.
Yeah, there are no chickens.
I'll flip that around for you. So, okay, that's good. So, yeah, so is in Shawnigan Lake Village, to answer Bill's question. That's great. So, yeah, so new flooring, which is great. It's that vinyl plank. Lots of new, the siding, the exterior, the roof, and so forth. And then you just kind of have a walk around. Obviously, the kitchen's nice, very open. There's a lot of natural light that's in here, which is really great. What else can we show you? 2 bedrooms with a bathroom. So right now we got the setups a really cool little kids room, so some fun colors and so forth in here. but you can make this an office, whatever. And you know, you mentioned a good point earlier, right? It's not a 55 plus. So the other mobile we're getting for sale, you know, isn't a 55 plus. So you've got to have basically very limited number of people, only if you're retired to go here. Here, this whole community is full of kids and dogs, which is great. So if you don't want kids and dogs, don't move here. But this is a great family unit. Got a nice, fairly new washer and dryer. That's all good. One of the nice upgrades I really like about it is the bathroom. So that's been done with new flooring and so forth.
Yeah. So yeah, nice big bathroom here. We have another exit out into the side yard there.
And actually, there's some new stuff that Carlos got done as well too, right? So
oh, a nice new stairs both sides. That's a nice feature to have. And then of course here's your primary bedroom. Okay, so nice and big space.
The total square footage is about 1,000 square feet, which is pretty common for a single wide. However, with the outside square footage of about 500, you're actually creating a bigger outside space than most double wides. So we get this other double wide we have is 1,400. This is 1,000, but there's no outside space over there. So this is really, really nice how it really expands the outside, right?
What a beautiful day.
It's fantastic, except you run the Malahat and you had some Malahat issues there.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. It's just getting it onto the Malahat now from Langford has been filling up pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
so for those of you who, again, are not that familiar with the area or considering different parks or considering moving to, let's say, you know, a mobile park, yes, we're a little biased. We've got this listing here and we want to sell this one. But compared to other mobile parks, geographically, you're probably 300 yards to Shawnigan Lake Village, okay? And then any kind of restaurants, there's a ton of things to do right in Shawnigan Lake Village. And Shawnigan Lake over the last few years, Lane, has just boomed, eh? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember I've been in real estate now 6 years, and Shawnigan, when I got into real estate, was, you know, you could buy a house here for under $400,000.
Yeah, not
and,
anymore.
now you can't buy a house here under $700,000.
No, it's crazy. So the village is super close. Mason's Beach is kind of the fun place for families with, and it's actually expanded down there now. A whole bunch of extra parking. There's a community center close by. Again, lots of groceries as well as like restaurants all in the area, which is fantastic. And if you have a boat, you got a kayak, whatever, boom, Shawnigan Lake is like right here, so it's really awesome.
Okay, yeah, so Margaret, we got a question that came in, and she asked, does it have any other outside space besides the deck? And it does. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have a lot, so first I'm going to show you here. So here's your outside deck, and realistically, you got some backspace here, which is kind of a little bit more just storage, okay? But if you had an animal or whatever, then you needed space to kind of come out and do your business. You can kind of do it here.
Yeah, there's no maintenance at all for the yard back here, but it's a great area. Once this is all cleaned up, you can think there's quite a bit of room back here to put you know, bikes and storage and so forth. Again, you've got your shed, but then if you go to the front and then look a little bit to the right, I guess. Yeah.
So here, Margaret, we're just heading over to the front here. So you got your driveway here. Got a little garden in the front. You can see that new siding. And then there's just the space here down the side. So those are your outdoor spaces. Hey, and Trevor, one of the things I noticed is that you're really big into the yards. Is that something because you're wearing those special socks today?
The yards?
Yeah, because everything's in yards.
Oh, I have my. Do you have golf balls or ball socks? Yeah, well, I guess I do have my golf look.
Trevor's dreaming of the golf course today.
Yeah, but no, I'm working today. Don't worry. Don't worry. So, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, if there's any other questions, please jump in. $259.9 was reduced 20 grand. $500 a month is your park fees. That's your good rundown. 1,000 square feet inside, 500 square feet outside. Everything from a brand new metal roof to new siding to new deck to new flooring. a bunch of upgrades in the inside. That nice wood stove is only 4 or 5 years old as well.
It's got its electrical inspection.
Yep. New shed.
New shed.
Like, it's all covered over here too. So, you know, it wasn't done cheaply either. Like, you know, we get to look at places all the time, and some places we kind of think like, God, it's a little bit shabby, but it was done nicely. So it's a great value for somebody. And really, you know what, if I was retired or if I've got a family or I want to get my first home, I mean, even mobile parks have vastly appreciated in value last several years. Like, you know, it's not just the $1 million homes that are going up crazy values right now. It's also, you know, any place, because a couple years ago, this would have been 175 grand. So there's a great return if you think about it from that aspect. So
absolutely. Well, and then, you know, we just wanted to say thank you again for pointing in, but you can always reach out to us. Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you can find us on social media, through the website, or of course just reach out directly. And you know, we'll always be happy to kind of give you any information that we can.
Absolutely.
In the house.
Absolutely.
And then, yeah.
We'll go from there. Thanks everybody for watching. Have yourself a great weekend. 2785 WallBank, number 66, 259.9. It's a great offer.
259.9.
See you around.